What is going on, YouTube? It is Smixy here, and today we're going to be doing an exciting video. We're actually going to be doing a Q&A, a video that I'm super excited for. So let's get right into the questions. I asked you guys on Twitter to ask me any type of questions that you guys wanted me to answer, and I screenshotted a couple of them, so that's why I'll be looking on my right monitor. So let's get into it. All right, first question is, you are someone a lot of the young women who play COD look up to as a player / competitor / person. Who did you look up to and use as an inspiration? This answer is actually really funny because my inspiration in gaming is actually now my boss, Midnight, or Optic Midnight, as you guys probably knew back in the day. I used to watch her play GBs with her girlfriend at the time, and she was the only girl that I knew other than Jewel, which is somebody else that she used to play with, but those were the only two that I really watched, and I was like, these women are killing it. I want to be just like them, and just really make an imprint in the scene. So it's funny that now I know her and I have a relationship with her when I looked up to her and watched all her YouTube videos. So yeah. Question number 2 is a two-parter. He asks where or even how to start to get into the comp Warzone scene and some do's and don'ts. I think my main piece of advice, and I've said this before, is to really grow your brand while you're also competing. Make a name for yourself, stream, put content out there, really try to grow your brand, because as you're winning competitions, as you're putting your name out there competitively, people want to watch you, people want to know what you're all about, and having that content there already, you're just gonna grow so much quicker. So you could be winning all of these tournaments, you could be popping off in these Twitter tournaments, but if you don't have anywhere for anybody to watch, if you don't have anywhere that says hey, this is who I am, other than just winning Twitter tourneys, you're not really gonna make it. You really have to grow your socials, you have to grow your brand, so that not only the community knows who you are, but the TOs, the people who send out invitations to these huge tournaments, they need to know your name prior to sending out the invites. So that would be my biggest piece of advice. Trying to think about don'ts. I guess don't burn bridges early, or don't burn bridges at all. And I don't mean this doesn't mean oh, you go and dick ride everybody to the top. No, you can be civil with somebody without necessarily liking them. Just because you don't like someone, that doesn't mean that you have to be a jerk. You can be respectful to someone, you can be civil with someone, you can be cordial with someone while still not exactly being that person's favorite #1 fan, and that's fine. There's not going to be everyone that you get along with in this community. There's going to be people that you don't like, but not being rude is going to get you further than having this massive ego, talking trash to everybody, being known as what's the word, oh my god, what is that word? Not devil. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is you can not like someone but still maintain somewhat of an amicable relationship, and that's going to take you further than burning bridges with people early because you have a massive ego and you're trying to fight everybody and you think you're better than so and so. That's fine. You can think that you're better than so and so, but maintaining a level of respect when you communicate with people is going to take you long term further than just being a jerk. So please keep that in mind, everybody. Please keep that in mind when you're communicating with people. All right, to answer the second part, he asks, what keeps you motivated to keep playing and making content? What keeps me motivated is literally just my drive to see myself succeed. I love seeing me put in so much effort into something and getting the reward out of it. There's no better feeling than when I play this game and I am doing so good and playing so well. I know I've put the time into the game to be able to do the things that I do. So there's nothing more rewarding than that self-reward. if I put all this effort in, like there's going to be a return eventually. It doesn't mean it has to be instantly, but I know like that I'm putting my time into something that I love, and that eventually I'm gonna see like a really positive outcome out of it. So I think that's what gets me going, like, because there's no better feeling than winning a huge tournament. Like there really isn't, and that feeling is what keeps me going. Next question is, if you weren't a streamer, what would you be doing? Is there an alternative career you're interested in? As a lot of you guys already know, I am a very ambitious person, so I did have a lot of plans, because this whole streaming career thing kind of really got sprung spontaneously on me. So I already had a bunch of plans. I had already graduated college. I had a degree in psychology, and I was working in social services. So that's what I was doing. I was working in the foster care system, and I wanted to go back to school to either get my actual social services degree, so I'd have 2 degrees, or I wanted to go and get my realtor license, because I love house hunting. I house hunt every single day. So I knew that that would be something that I would love to do and I would be passionate about. So that was both of my plans going into the September year of where my streaming career actually popped off and I went full time. I was actually supposed to apply to those 2 programs. So yeah. All right, question number 4. Who is your idol? Honestly, my idol has probably got to be my mom. She is probably the most inspirational person I have ever met. Woman is literally the driving force of this family, like through thick and thin, and I have nothing but appreciation for that. Like, this woman is like the strongest woman I have ever met in my life. If it's not like, if we're talking not a family member, probably, I'm trying to think. Honestly, probably someone like Selena Gomez, which is like such a generic answer, but seriously, like someone that has gone through so much trauma and so much like personal growth and has come out of it. She has a super successful business with Rare Beauty, let alone the fact that she's a singer, you know, actress, all of that on the side. Like, she's just grown and like built her empire even more so than what it was. And I really look up to that, and that's really inspirational to me. So probably her, to be honest. This question is actually a question that I myself ask a lot, is if Warzone 2 isn't the game you enjoy, which game could you see yourself competing in next? So I said, and I've always said, that if I don't enjoy Warzone 2, like I'm done with Warzone. I doubt that I'm gonna establish such a hatred for the game to no longer play it. But if it happens that I just cannot play the game without any sense of enjoyment, I will be thinking about changing the course of, you know, my competitive career. So I really don't know what game that I would enjoy. I was thinking maybe Valorant, maybe Apex, but I'm really not sure. Those would be the first games, maybe even Rocket League. I think those would be the 3 first games that I would look into before expanding after that. Next question from one of my very good friends, Rai Shiv. Do you ever miss the comp days? So if you guys don't know, I started this whole like streaming thing through competitive Call of Duty. I played in the amateur bracket. I didn't do amazing, but it was always a dream of mine to just try to keep getting better and better and better, and every year try to get a better and better placement. But no, I do not miss competing at all. Trying to juggle 3 other people's schedules on top of your own when I had so much going on at the time. I was a full-time college student. I was working, which is something that my teammates couldn't relate to. Like, they did not have all of these other stressors on top of competing. So it was really, really hard for me to try to juggle all of that. And on top of that, the community is just so toxic. Like, the community is awful, 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 especially to women. But like, believe it or not, it was not fun to be a girl competing with all the extra comments, the negativity, the rumors. People just love to talk. So I don't miss it at all. I am super happy with where I have ended up. I have no regrets. All right. Next question. What are your goals with streaming? I try really hard to not put pressure on myself to like try to be, you know, this huge successful streamer. I'm trying really hard to just take it day by day and just be appreciative for what I do have. Like I'm already, you know, in a position where people would love to be in, and I do acknowledge that. So I'm just super grateful to be able to do what I'm already doing. Obviously, growth is always the goal. Like we always want to be doing more, accomplishing more, and seeing like the return on that. But even if I don't, I would be perfectly happy like staying where I am right now. And because like I said, like I'm blessed to be where I am right now. Like I am blessed to have the community that I have. So hopefully it grows. If it doesn't, I am cool with that too. I'm happy with the community that we have. But I think it's just staying consistent, you know, just doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I try to work hard on being more interactive and all these little things that I try to get better on, that I can catch myself being like, I could have probably done that a little bit better. Could have maybe tried to engage my audience a little bit better. There's small things that I can think of, but overall, just keep doing me. Next question. What has been the biggest struggle in your career? I think my biggest struggle has been myself. And I know that that's a really corny answer, but it is true. When you're a content creator, everything is on you. The amount of content that you put out, the actual content that you put out, the quality of the content, and when you're not delivering up to your standards, it takes a toll mentally on you. And so it's like, why wasn't I winning this tournament? Why was I only streaming 4 hours when I could have been streaming 7 or 8 hours? Why did I not put out a TikTok this day? Why did I not do this? Why did I not do that? And then it's like a bunch of negative thoughts of I should have done more. I should be better. I should be putting more time into this, because I do have the underlying mental that I am in a blessed position and I need to be treating this like a full-time job, which ends up being more than a full-time job because I'm doing this 7 days a week and for a lot of hours every single day. So I am going above and beyond, but it's because I love what I do. So to me, this isn't a job like when I used to work full-time. This is like my hobby, you know? So I think it's just trying to juggle all these feelings and just trying to really put boundaries while also trying to push myself. It's like all in one. It's a whole mental struggle in here. So we're working on it. And I think I'm slowly starting to find a really good balance between life and work, but it's finding that balance that's really difficult. All right. And the last question. What's your favorite scary movie? And as you guys know, I do not watch scary movies. I will not watch scary movies. I am just somebody, like, I know myself. I know that I will not be able to watch any scary movie ever. And it will keep me up at night. And yes, I will sleep with the lights on. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it's childish. That's just how I am. So I'm not even going to put myself in that situation where I'm going to give myself the spooks. I'm good. I'm chilling. But yeah, that is it for the Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for asking all these questions. I really hope you appreciated the video. If you could give a like, subscribe, and a comment down below, that would be awesome. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much.